Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday of every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, good day, folks. What a warm and pleasant way to welcome you to another fascinating edition of the sports magazine program, Focus Sports Insight, live on Focus Online TV, the program that brings you detailed and in-depth analysis of a development from the world of sports. And this program comes away Saturday of every week from 2 to 3 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We broadcast on our main studios in Topo Village along the Japan Freeway. And so on today's edition of our program that we posted on our official Facebook page, we're going to be talking about the Ministry of Youth and Sports abrupt decision to postpone the National County Sports Meet 2023-2024. The tournament was all scheduled to begin officially on today. As you may be aware, according to the fixture, Brewer G County should have taken on Grand Gillette County in today's opening fixture, but surprisingly, yesterday evening we saw an abrupt release from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, citing that the tournament has been postponed. And so today, the Focus Sports Insight, we're going to weigh in on the Ministry decision with regards to the postponement. Why is it they have to postpone the tournament abruptly? Why? Because of the sponsorship deal from Acela Metera of all of the countries. They have incurred a lot of expenses, started preparation, training, traveling from one end to another, and the Ministry have come to say, we have postponed this prestigious tournament. Was it timely or not? We're going to weigh in, bring you analysis today that we always do on this program. So we take just a short break, and when we come back officially, we're going to get the program started. Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday of every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Okay, thanks for rejoining us here on Focus Online TV. And the program you are watching is Focus Sports Insight, a detailed and in-depth analysis of a development from the world of sports. And today we're going to be looking at basically sports in Liberia. It has to do with the National County Sports Meet that should have got started on today. But again, we said yesterday, surprisingly, the Ministry of Youth and Sport came up with a decision that the tournament has been postponed. So we are here to talk about it today. We're here to talk about the decision from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So like we said, all was said today, the much publicized National County Sports Meet, one of the biggest sporting festival in the country. Usually it's been held in the month of December. Usually it roll over to December, that's the new year. It almost like a festive or event, that accommodate the festive season. And so all of the counties, like we said, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they drew the counties into different zones per regions. Like we said, people were living from one end to another. That we had 4 counties like from the western region, the 3 counties, the Joe Mosorado here in Mosorado, they were in one zone. We had other counties in another zone somewhere, or Nima County should have said are post to for one of the zones. Also in Mangibi County should accept as host for one of the zones. So there has been much publicized. All of the countries, they started their mass preparation from one end to another. Recruited players, thorough or series of justification exercise were being conducted across the country. And as a matter of fact, our countries hire coaches, the ball, other technical staffs, have media officers and other people, Like for example, you have to recruit players from one end to another. So if a player is basing in like Morovia, some of the players that are playing in the national league, they will have to travel to some of these countries to go and represent their countries of origin. So again, yesterday, like we said, it was being publicized all in the media from one end to another. We've been talking about this tournament. The ministry had a lot of press conference. People living from one end to another. Almost all of the countries, people were all set. But it took us by surprise yesterday evening when we saw an impromptu release from the Ministry of Youth and Sports that this year National County Sports Meet has been postponed to an unannounced date. And they said reasons for which they postponed the county meet will be provided at a later date. And this brings about a very sticky point in the press release to have postponed the tournament abruptly without stating any justifiable reason. And you see, an unannounced date and reasons will be provided. For us, yesterday when we got the news, a lot of people tried reaching, oh, why was it? Why the ministry had to come up with that decision? And we were clear that we could not speak to that until we get the details surrounding the decision of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But I want to state clearly that I think that abrupt release or notice served to the countries yesterday was very unfair and unprofessional on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, who is charged with the responsibility of coordinating the activities of the National County Sports Meet. All of the countries, 15 countries, there's usually a build-up exercise to the National County Sports Meet because every year the countries have to carry on justification because you cannot use one set of team. It is possible that some of the players that feature for you in the previous county meet, some of them might decline in terms of performance or form, and there will be other new players who have improved over the time and will like to make it to the squad to represent their country. So they usually carry on this justification exercise. So initially, when the Ministry of Youth and Sport or talk about the issue about the county meet, they get set with the process, try to place the countries into Zoom, self-communication to all of the countries. The countries start the process. All of them they can recruit coaches that will coach the guy, the country's team. Is football, kickball, and that of basketball. So they start the justification process because usually the country meet starts in December. So sometimes some of the country will start around October, some of them will start November. There'll be rigorous justification exercises carried on all across the country. And players will go and justify their work, why they should be included as part of the country team. So some of the exercises, they go along with a lot of responsibility and expensive because yes, justification process, you have to invite players to come over, and sometimes maybe you will have to get it on cam where they are doing the justification exercise for XYZ number of days. Sometimes some of them will be all the week, or some of them will go for practice. They will have to go back home to and fro. Countries will have to transport them, feeding all through that process. Countries they will buy player boosts, get football boosts for the players, get football boosts for the players, get logistics, buy footballs, practicing or outfits, all of these things they come that are used for the drills, technical staff and other people. So because people spend a lot of money in the process because it is a build-up exercise. You have to prepare adequately before the tournament can kick started so you can get the best of team. You get everything in tech. So we've been following the activities, the country's been justifying, country's been releasing the official 25-man listing for the National County Sports Meet. We've been following the listing of some of these countries. We saw players made it to the various countries listings, and all was set for today for the country meet to get started. And abruptly yesterday evening, surprisingly, the Ministry of Youth and Sport had to inform us that the National County Sport Meet has been postponed to an unannounced date, and reasons for which they postponed the country meet were not given. Something I think this is totally unfair. This is unethical. This is unprofessional on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. You cannot take decisions like this abruptly, most especially something that borders around, all of the countries being involved. That's why we say planning is good. In case of decision, you have to be certain of a certain thing before you venture into it. Because it has been widely rumored or speculated that most often during transitional period, when another government is coming in, usually the government that is coming in, they usually want to ensure that they can conduct the country meet as a starting point of reconciliation. If it has been a normal tradition over the years that are happy, that is usually during the kind of transitional period where a new government will soon be ushered in, so they want to give them the opportunity at least to conduct the national country sports meet, so to serve as a build up to national reconciliation. Yes, it is welcoming, but once you know there has been a regular trend or pattern, then you don't allow people to have gone that far in terms of preparation, recruiting players. Some of the countries they are incur a lot of expenses. So if you know that this thing is usually done this way, then why not, come or at the early stage, why not come up at the early stage to inform the people that yes, because of this reason, the country meet, the national country sport meet will not be here at this time or this year for XYZ reason. Just just hours, because I cannot say a day, because it was less than 24 hours to the official start of the national country sport meet before the Ministry of Youth and Sport could come up with that release telling us that the country meet has been postponed. Just hours, few hours to the official start of the national country sports meet, and the Ministry of Youth and Sport had to issue that release. Now, there is this thing, the Ministry of Youth and Sport and Acera Meta, one of the concessions company operating in Liberia, signed a partnership or sponsorship deal for this year edition of the National Country Sport Meet in the tune of 80,000 United States dollars. And I learned reliably that that money was given already to the Ministry of Youth and Sport for the conduct of the National Country Sports Meet 2023-2024. So the sponsorship deal amounted to 80,000 United States dollars. Now, excluding the 80,000 United States dollars that were given by Acera Meta also promised to make 10,000 United States dollars available for winners from various categories. In addition to that, Acera Meta also made available some money for 3 countries for which they are carrying on their operations in. Acera Meta, they are carrying on their operations in Nima County, Grand Bassa County, and that of Bon County. So what they did, since Nima County, they are the current champion, they gave Nima County 15,000 United States dollars for preparation. They gave Bon County 10,000 United States dollars for preparation, and of course, Grand Bassa County 10,000 United States dollars for preparation. So all of these fundings coming in, and you have come to say we have postponed the National Country Sports Meet. Why become of this? This is our bigger question. So what become of the process? You have postponed the National Country Sport Meet for no reason. After you have signed this sponsorship deal, the funds were being made available. Acera Meta went on promising that they will make this XYZ amount available for winners from various categories, and also provided preparation fees for countries for which they are operating in. And at the dire meaning, you have come to say the National Country Sport Meet has been postponed. I think the decision on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, that decision wasn't timely. It wasn't really timely. It wasn't calculated. It was poorly calculated. Yes, agree that yes, we want to provide the opportunity to the government that is coming, the soon to be government that is about to take over the matter of leadership of this country, to use the country meet as a starting point for reconciliation, which has been widely rumored in the public. If we should agree, yes, it is a good reason, but why is it? Why is it you had to wait at that time? I can vividly recall, because as a sport journalist, we've been following all of the activities. Some of the players, they left Monrovia on Thursday night. Just imagine traveling at that time. Some of them had to travel to go Grand Jide County. After Addison from Leska, Daniel too, we saw them traveling from Monrovia to go Grand Jide to arrive in Zwetu just to honor today's match for the county. We saw Momo Blambo leaving to go to River Cess. We saw other players going Cape Man, Babulu County, Nima. The players travel all over from one end to another. The country has spent a lot of money, all of the countries. Preparation, like we said, practice, exercise. All the time, you go for practice, player go for practice, you have to give them transportation to go back home, give them transportation to come in the morning, you have to feed them. Some of them already started camping. Some of the countries, like for example, countries from the Western region, they had to play in Mosorado country. So you have to come in the country for which the country that will be hosting you You book a hotel where your players will be for the entire exercise. Some of the countries they are already booked the hotel. You went into an agreement. You say I booked the hotel for this time, this time. Now you telling the countries that you have postponed the country meet. Why? Because of the expenses they are already incurred. Why? Because of that. Some of the players have signed contract already with the countries. Usually, what the countries do sometimes they give the player a portion of what they should receive during the entire country meet exercise. So, take for example, if each player during the country meet exercise should receive $500 during the country meet exercise, some of the countries will give the players 60% of the money. Some of them will give them 50. Some of them will even give them 70 up to 80% of that money. For preparation. Some of them have to, leaving your family, you have to leave something back home. And all of those things, it happen. Then at that point, it came up abruptly to say you have postponed the country meet. I think it was poorly calculated on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. If you want to postpone the country meet, I think you should study all of the situations, involving the process. What are the possibilities that the process, the tournament will go on or not, and you come up with a timely decision so that people can be able to at least adjust themselves to that. But you didn't do it. All of the players, some of them in bombing. I saw photos last night. A lot of the players are broken down. Some of them are frustrated because some of the new players, there is a perfect opportunity for them. Some of them, their first time, they were hoping that this will be their first time coming to participate in the national country sport meet. And you came out with that notice abruptly to say you have postponed the tournament. It is frustrating. It is disappointing. And I don't know how to describe that decision on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And you telling us that there's no reason for which you postpone the country meet. You will provide detailed explanation will be given later. At what point you will give the detailed explanation surrounding the country meet? When will the country meet be here? When? Since you say you are postponing, you are not telling us anything. The ministry is not telling us anything. So now you are not even telling the public yet. This sponsorship deal with Sound Aseda Meta will receive $80,000 as sponsorship for the country meet 2023-2024. Yes. So why become of the funds since that we are postponing the country meet? Will this money be kept safely that the next government will come and use it to fully or successfully run the country sports meet? Or because some majority of the guys at the ministry, some of them will be going. Because a possible new government will come in, will try to reshuffle, bring in, and some of them will like to bring in their own people to work with. So will there be accountability of the funds that are already been given in regards to the sponsorship deal from Aseda Meta for the national country sport meet? $80,000. This is now a small money. The $80,000 we are concerned. Why become of the $80,000? Because the Ministry of Youth and Sport has informed us officially that the country meet has been postponed to an unannounced date for no reason up to now, and you receive $80,000. I think this is totally unfair. Liberia, we cannot keep making the kind of mistakes over and over. We cannot be making the kind of mistakes over and over. One mistake, we keep making them over and over. Poorly calculated decision on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So all of the countries are complaining. All of them are complaining. They say they have went into huge expenses. The expenses they went into, they had to pay money for hotel. Some of them had to give players per down. Some of them had to give coaches this. Some of them had to, a lot of different expenses associated with the national country sport meet. And only at this point, you say you are postponing the country meet. The frustration last night, we followed the social media, we followed different platforms, and we saw how people were expressing their dissatisfaction about the abrupt postponement of the national country sports meet. We saw how people were expressing their dissatisfaction about the abrupt postponement of the national country sport meet. But now, at this time, we're talking about now the country meet should have started today. Probably, I think the keyboard game should have been on now or over. Then we're talking about the football game playing today. Tomorrow, the officials continue the national country sport meet by tomorrow. Tomorrow, most of the other countries should have played. Babolu County, Bomi County should have played Grand Kema County right here in Montserrat at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium in Monrovia. last evening, surprisingly, Ministry of Youth and Sports telling us that they have postponed the national county sport meet. Players have traveled to kind of distance. Some of the players they are still in the countries, coming back home. Some of them, take for example, some of the countries that haven't given or sent out to some of the players because they were waiting to see whether they could get something from the Ministry of Youth and Sport. All of the sponsorship deal or funds that were given to the Ministry of Youth and Sport so that they could be able to reach out to some of these players, and settle them in terms of giving them part payment or what they should have received for the entire country sport meet. And all of these things. So the players now, some of them are stranded, some of them are in the countries, some of them the country officials now they are turning around, nowhere to run now because yes, the thing is the guys have incurred huge burden of expenses. The entire justification process for the national county sport meet, all of those practice sessions, after you are even gotten your final team, some of the countries play test matches. Some of them play against the federal countries. Some of them play against other clubs, the first division, second division, third division clubs. You schedule practice match or practice matches. These practice matches that you schedule, what happens? You go to the practice match. Yes, you have to buy water. You have to transport the players. You have to get them late starting after the game. And all of these things, it had to do with expensive. People in high gear. I saw Nima Kante, a very huge convoy were leaving from Ganta, heading for Saniquete. You had a yellow bus. You have a fleet of motorcyclists leading the convoy. You have different vehicles in that convoy because the guys, they are champion and they were on their way to Saniquete. They arrived in Saniquete. Just imagine the kind of huge momentum that kind of build up. Huge momentum. Travel that kind of distance. I just saw Daniel to after Allison, they arriving Grand there. See the mud because of the bad road conditions. The guy traveled the kind of distance. Then you come to say at the dial minute we have postponed the national county sport meet. We announced the date later to when they have been postponed. We will provide reasons. Are you kidding me, Ministry of Youth and Sport? Wow. Are you kidding me, Ministry of Youth and Sport? So, folks, this is for Sports Insight, live here on Foca Online TV, your sports magazine program that brings you accurate, in-depth analysis of our development from the world of sports. And this program comes your way Saturday of every week from 2 to 3 p.m. live here on Foca Online TV, where we broadcast from our main studios in Topo Village along the Japanese Freeway. So today we are talking about the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Ministry of Youth and Sports abrupt decision to postpone the National County Sports Meet 2023-2024 that was previously scheduled to officially start today across the country at different venues. So abruptly yesterday, even the Ministry of Youth and Sport issued a release that they have postponed the county meet to an unannounced date, and they failed to even state a single reason for which they postponed the National County Sport meet. So we're looking at the decision from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, whether that decision was already timely, whether the decision is welcoming to abruptly postpone the National County Sport meet after you have signed a sponsorship deal with Acera Meta, receiving a huge sum of 80,000 United States dollars plus other funds given to counties for preparation, and you have come to say you postpone the National County Sport meet. So Focus Sport Insight, we take just a short break and we'll come back, we continue with the program. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Foca Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Foca Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focal Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday of every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focal Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, thanks for rejoining us. Again, we are back here on your biggest sports magazine program, Focal Sports Inside Live on Focal Online TV, broadcasting from our main studios in Tobo Village along the Japanese Freeway. So, like we said today, we talking about football in Liberia. Specifically, we're talking about the National County Sports League, the biggest sporting event in the country that is usually here every year during the festive season from December. It roll over to the new year and it's used as a symbol of national reconciliation to bring all of the countries together through sports. So, when looking at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, as you may be aware, the Ministry of Youth and Sport officially announced yesterday an abrupt and impromptu release from the angle of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, postponing the National County Sports Meet 2023-2024 to an unannounced date for reason yet to be known. So we've been looking into that, talking about the ministry decision. Was the decision really timely or welcoming? What prompted the decision after the ministry have already signed a sponsorship deal with Aseda Meta, and Aseda Meta made available 80,000 United States dollars for the National County Sports Meet. They also promised to ensure that they make 10,000 United States dollars available for winners from various categories. Aseda Meta also, as part of the sponsorship deal they should have provided, or they provided 15,000 United States dollars to Nimba, 10,000 United States dollars to Grand Bassa County, and 10,000 United States dollars to Bon County, because these are the three counties for which they are carrying on their operations. So, after all of the counties then going through a kind of rigorous, or we say, or intensive preparation exercise, ranging from the justification process to calling your final 25-man listing, having your full team, training fully for the tournament, playing test matches, incurring other expenses, buying football boots, practicing material, track material, different team technical staff, and other expenses you have incurred just few minutes for the start of the tournament, and the Ministry of Youth and Sport had to come out and say they have postponed the tournament. So we're then looking at that decision. The decision, I've said this time we add no more. The decision was hasty, it was poorly calculated, and it doesn't reflect the ethical transgression of leadership that we all know. Because if the reasons that have been circulated in the public sphere say usually the country is postponed during a transitional year because we had election months back, we had election. A newly elected government will be inducted into office next month, so we are in a transitional period. We are working on our democratic transition. So usually the country will be postponed to next year so that the new government can use that as a starting point for national reconciliation. Yes, we agree, but we say authorities of the Ministry of Youth and Sport did not do well, because you should have served the notice earlier so that people can know. Because yesterday our intern, somebody was standing and someone in AHA were having conversation. Just imagine the person had already bought a jersey for Grand Cape County. The person had already bought a Grand Cape County jersey. They said they were planning to go on the field to go and cheer the country to victory. Only to hear that they have postponed the National County Sport League. You see why you have done to that person? You see why you have done to that person? See what you have done to that person. Total dissatisfaction, total frustration, disappointment. So the Ministry of Youth and Sport did not do well. When you are coordinating the kind of activities, when you are coordinating the kind of national activities in the country, you need to be very careful how you go about doing these activities, because the thing here is it borders around preparation, it borders around proper planning. So you must be able to strategize well. You do your assessment, you go and evaluate the process and know whether yes, the county meet will be conducted taking into consideration with the situation at hand government will be transitioning anytime soon. I think within less than a month or what so forth. Then you do that analysis and you come up finally say no, but I don't think it's possible that we can conduct the county meet. So the thing will be postponed. Let's start to inform the counties. Now when the county have recruited players already from one point to another, having recruited almost all of the players. Oh, wow, sorry, the technical problem. Very tough, very technical problem. I think we need to reach it. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, thanks for rejoining us. A bit of technical problem. We are grateful to our technicians for helping to ensure that it was addressed quickly. So we continue the program. So Focus Sports Inside Live on Focus Online TV. We're talking about the National County Sports Meet. This tournament or this program was been publicized all across the country. Been publicized all across the country. All of the counties, they support us. You see, they build up people from Grand Bassa. They will be on social media. Other places, they posting their country jersey. People getting ready for Montserrat County. People from Nima. You know, the tournament it goes along with so much amusement, excitement, and a lot of things. A lot of things, go along with the National County Sport League. So to see the Ministry of Youth and Sport or coming of that decision at the dial minute, it has killed the seal. It has killed the momentum of the National County Sport League. And we don't know whether we're going to get back. We're going to get back on course to the day that are going to be announced. Because like we said, the ministry should be able to tell us that you have to come out and provide detailed explanation. It's not just about postponing the county meet. You have received XYZ funds for this county meet through a sponsorship from Acera Meta. You take responsibility of what you have received. Yes, if the country will not be here this year, if it will be here next year, if it is true that the soon to be inducted government that is going to take over the mantle of authority of this country will be the one to conduct the National County Sport Meet, you need to be giving us updates with regards to the finances, whether the money will be made available. It will be kept safely so that the government can come and use that as a starting point. You need to be telling us all of these things regarding the National County Sport League. But I think to just issue an open release of such, it wasn't fair on the part of the ministry. This is my point, really. It wasn't very fair on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. If you got problem with the commencement of the county sport meet, and for whatever reason you want to postpone the National County Sport Meet, I think you should come and tell us, yes, we are postponing this county meet to this date. At this point, the county meet will start at this time. And the county meet has been postponed because of this reason. These are things that we are interested in knowing. We are interested in knowing why you postpone the county meet and to what date you have postponed the county meet. But it's an issue with this whole ministry. I think that was poorly done on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And we should stop doing these kind of things. When we start doing the kind of thing, you kill the suing the people for the kind of tournament. The next time you talk about county meet, nobody gonna get time. People say nobody think. The last time we tried, we were preparing ourselves, we're in zoo, and abruptly the people postponed the county meet. So we had to all of our expenses went to the process, this and that. So you have to stop doing the thing. You should be certain about something before you can come out to say, yeah, this thing will go on or this thing will not go on. When you are not certain, you don't just come to the public and provide information because people who you are reliable for what you say tomorrow, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, or you come out and say this other tournament, this other process, people are not going to take you serious because you have already started twist the tongue in your previous commitment. So if you have any problem with regards to the reason for which you cannot conduct the national county sport meet, please issue that notice at a sooner time so that people can be able to adjust. So that people cannot go into more of these expenses. Some of the countries I heard that day morning that some of them have gone to vendors, taking booths, taking or pricing materials. Yes, some of them have gone to hotel, they have done arrangement. Yes, we'll be here for this time. And the ministry is supposed to disperse this fund to us and we want to settle the cost for the hotel or this place we are stopped. All of these things are happening. All of these things are happening. So you cannot just come now and say, yeah, I postponed. No, it's totally unfair. Ministry of Youth and Sport. Ministry of Youth and Sport did not do well for us. And we must say this. Yes. So for those of you watching, this is Focus Online TV, Focus Sports Inside the program, and we are here talking about the National County Sport Meet 2022-2023. To participate on the program, you can call the number on the screen, or better still, you can leave your comment in the comment section under the live video, and we're going to react to that. If you need us to address something or is a question, you can just drop it in the comment section under the live video, and we're going to speak to that. So we still here talking about the National County Sport Meet. So County Meet, National County Sport Meet 2022, 2020, 2023, 2024 has been postponed officially by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So for some of you who are in the know, it's our responsibility to have you informed. For those of you who probably some of you haven't gotten the information yet, there are other people, trust me, some of them haven't gotten the information because the way the information are communicated, some people are not even know that probably they are postponed the county meet. So they are still getting themselves prepared. They are still getting prepared for the county meet, and we are hearing that it has been postponed. So county meet has been postponed. Know that, adjust yourself. Sorry for the inconveniences to most of the players, to the coaches, to the team, to the country. This thing it had a whole lot here. We know how you feel. I saw my brother of Kingsley Horace, who's the public relations officer for Sano County. He was apologizing to citizens of Sano County, to the players, and everybody here. We are sorry for the postponement. And Kingsley is not to be blamed. Even the coaches, they are not the one to be blamed. Like we said, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they want to be blamed. Kingsley, you did not postpone the county meet. Neither did my brother Eric Sherry, who is the PRO for Babudu County, did. No. All of you guys were doing your work. Your work is to report to the public on a daily basis as these things unfold. It is the Ministry of Youth and Sport that came up abruptly without prior notice to say they have postponed the county meet. So yes, we apologize to them. We know, but you guys did not do any harm. The Ministry of Youth and Sport should be apologizing to the Liberian people. The Ministry of Youth and Sport should be apologizing to the Liberian people. Apologize to all of the countries. Send letter of apology. In fact, the cost all of these expenses you guys have run into, Ministry of Youth and Sport should be able to ensure that they can cover the expenses. Because you cost this for the countries. Ministry of Youth and Sport should take the responsibility. You cause this problem for the people. So you take responsibility. Ministry of Youth and Sport. Take full responsibility. Full responsibility. Ministry of Youth and Sport. So again, we are gradually winding down the curtains on the today's edition of our program Sports Insight here on Focus Online TV, talking about the National County Sports Meet. So we still are waiting you to put in your calls. If you have a comment, you can put it in the comment section. Let us know. It could be a question. You can ask your question, and we're going to respond to that on this platform. Focus Sports Inside on Focus Online TV, broadcasting from our main studios here in Topo Village along the Jibani Freeway. So, yes, so the program you are watching, Focus Sports Inside live on Focus Online TV, your sports magazine program that brings you accurate and in-depth analysis about development from the world of sports. So we're talking about the National County Sports Meet 2022-2023 that has been postponed abruptly by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We just inform you for some of you who already know that they are postponed National County Sports Meet. We want to inform you officially that the county meet as planned initially won't go on. So please take note and get yourself adjusted. The Ministry of Youth and Sports said that yesterday officially in an abrupt notice that was issued on their official page. So players will be traveling from one point to another. We want to say we wish you all safe travel because as you have traveled to go to the countries again, you'll be traveling back to Monserrato or wherever you are basing from where you left from to go for the National County Sport Meet. We want to say we wish you safe travels to all of the coaches. We want to say in a special way for us. We are not the one to be telling you we're sorry for this because we did not cause this. Our work or responsibility is just to report to the public as this thing unfolds. It is our role or responsibility as media practitioners, most especially as a sport journalist. It is my responsibility to ensure that I report to the public with regards to development from the world of sports, be it Liberia, be it Africa, or any other part of the world. So that's that's our role of responsibility for us. We are not the major actors. The major actors are there. They set the stage. They are the one performing, and we are only there serving as commentator, reporting all of these things as they happen. So Sports Inside here on Focus Online TV. All of the countries that I don't know what they're going to do because there's this issue. I'm very interested in knowing that the country I already paid for a hotel where players are lodging already to start the country meet, and you have postponed the country meet because they are already paid. So that expensive. Will the Ministry of Youth and Sport be able to cover the expensive? Some of the countries they are booked hotel already when they do the arrangement to pay the money because take for example Babolu Bomi Cape who are playing here in Monserrato County. You don't expect them to be leaving for that. They come in Monserrato to base here. So they have already somebody have already made arrangement for guest calls. Somebody have paid money already. Getting ready that the county meet tomorrow. Babudu will be playing Monserrato County. Bomi will be playing Cape Man. And the Ministry of Youth and Sport telling us that they have postponed the county meet. Players leaving from Monserrato, going to other countries here. The guys who travel from here, they went as far as River G. Somebody went as far as Grand Gide, Maryland, River Cess. So the country meet is postponed. All of those expenses will the Ministry of Youth and Sport shoulder the cost for all of those expenses. It is our concern. We are concerned. We are very concerned about that. We are very concerned about that. Very concerned about that. We are very concerned about that. So again, you still have the opportunity to ask your question. You still have the opportunity. Still have the opportunity to ask your question or send in your comment. Still have the question, you still have the opportunity to ask a question or leave your comment or leave your question in the comment section. You can call the number on the screen via WhatsApp if you want to participate on the program. That number you see on the screen, you can call that number. You can call it via WhatsApp. We'll be able to take your calls on the program. Or better still, if you have comment regarding what we're talking about the National County Sport Meet 2023-2024 being postponed by the Ministry of Youth and Sport to an unannounced date for no reason, you can leave your comment in the comment section. If it is a question, you can ask the question in the comment section. We're going to respond to that on the program. So, to our online followers, we want to say thanks for following the program. You can share our live video. You can also invite somebody to follow Focus Online TV. Youth and Sports, talking about sports today. Yes. So we're still awaiting your participation. Focus Sports Inside Live on Focus Online TV, broadcasting from our main studios here in Topo Village along the Japan Freeway. So we've been talking about football today, talking about the National County Sports Meet. It has been postponed officially according to a release issued by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So all of the sports pundits or counties or citizens of various countries who have been gearing up, building up the momentum for the official commencement of the county meet. We want to say we sincerely apologize. The county meet will not go on as planned, which was to start today. It won't go on because the Ministry of Youth and Sport has postponed the exercise. So that's the news we have for you for now. That's the latest news we have for you now from Liberia, specifically talking about football. Like we said today, we decided to place our emphasis on the National County Sports Meet. You can find another day to talk about other sporting development, whether in Liberia, Africa, and other parts of the world. We will also talk about basketball. Like we said on this program, we talk about sports in general. So it is not just about football. We can talk about other different types of sports. Yeah. So we take just our last break and we'll come back. Okay. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, thanks for rejoining us. The program Focus Sports Inside Live here on Focus Online TV, broadcasting from our main studios in Topo Village along the Japan Freeway. So we are wrapping up gradually. We've been talking nearly 1 hour of sports conversation, specifically talking about the National County Sports Meet 2023-2024. Officially, it has been postponed by the Ministry of Youth and Sport. That has been our discussion today. We've been looking into the decision of the Ministry of Youth and Sport because, like we said, it was abrupt on the part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Was it timely or not? For us, we hold a view that the decision from the Ministry of Youth and Sport is now welcoming. It wasn't timely. It was poorly calculated and it demonstrates poor leadership ability. Because if you are coordinating such a kind of activities that borders around all of the country's participation is a very huge event, you should be able to properly plan, critically evaluate or assess the process, know whether the country will be able to go on or not. But after you have allowed all of the countries to have gone through a rigorous or justification process, training exercises, playing test matches from one end to another, giving players, transportations, covering these other costs, buying football-related materials, booking hotel guest spots in other places for the National County Sport Meet, then just few hours before the commencement of the National County Sport Meet, you have come to inform the public that you have postponed the activities. For us, it is totally unfair, it is unjust, and we take serious exception to that. So, again, we want to say thanks for following our program today. It has been an interesting, fascinating, and entertaining nearly 1 hour sports magazine program with you here on Focus Online TV. We return with another fascinating edition of the program, Focus Sports Inside, next week and here on this platform, same time from 2 to 3 p.m. with your usual host, Eric Palup Collins. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant weekend.